Although our Grandpa Smith is not here with us today, I do know that he is here with us in our hearts. Grandpa was always so proud of the woman you are, Brooke, and I know that he is looking down on us now, overjoyed by the love that you and Andrew share. In honor of him, I would like to share a poem that he wrote for my grandma somewhere along in their love story. I hope through reciting this poem, it can serve as a reminder to both you and Andrew, as well as everyone here tonight, that the most important thing in life is family. As I recall my ambitions of quite a few years ago, I saw myself a hero. But as all stories go, I did nothing to meet conditions, and dreams passed me by. The soldier, the politician, the writer, the statesman. All fantasies that seemed to fly, and yet life went on. Then we married, and shared dreams did soar, but then they came one by one, until at last there were 4. I wait a while and look again. Into 5 sets of eyes, a different view appears. Now I see more success than I could comprehend, more pleasure than I could hope for, more satisfaction than could be conceived, more happiness than anyone deserves, more fulfillment than any one lifetime could achieve. For I have found the secret of life lies not in achievement, nor in being loved, but rather in loving. And in this I have been blessed, for I have you, all of you. Thank you for my life. Without you, there would be none. Brooke and Andrew, may your marriage be as blessed as those before you, and may you experience this love for the rest of your life. Cheers to you too, my beautiful, beautiful sister, and my official new brother. I love you both more than you could ever imagine.
Brooke played on the Edgewood College soccer team. In her freshman year, they practiced with the boys' team as well as the girls' team, since they were coached by the same team. One discussion early in the year, Jen asked Brooke if there were any cute guys on the men's team. She said, well, all of them are pretty good looking, but one is really good looking. We call him Hot Andrew.
She was giddy telling us about how Hot Andrew said to her, "Good stuff, Brooke." During a practice game, he said my name. My mom and I laughed, but we could have never imagined the relationship that could have came from this. Just listening to her talk about him before she barely even knew him, it was obvious Andrew had left a clear mark on her heart.
Now, as a father, I thought, Hot Andrew? I hope she stays away from that kid. He sounds like a bunch of trouble. As the story goes, Andrew had graduated earlier and spent a couple weeks traveling to Europe with Becky. And upon his return, Brooke and him agreed to meet for lunch and talk. As Brooke was walking towards the restaurant, Andrew sprinted right by her. She had to turn around and call out, "Andrew, Andrew!" to get his attention. And I thought, anyone that's that excited to see my daughter must be all right after all.
Brooke, it's difficult to put into words how much it means to me to be standing up here with you today in front of our friends and family. I'm so incredibly lucky to have someone in my life that challenges me to become a better person each and every day. It's hard to believe that the person I walked home 2 miles in the wrong direction 6 years ago has become my best friend and most important person in my life.
Andrew, as we stand here today on our wedding day, my heart is overflowing with love for you. From the moment you walked into my life, you've been my source of comfort and sanity and love and joy. What started out as an overwhelming college crush turned into something I had been searching for my whole life. There are many people here today who can bear witness to this dream becoming a reality. I knew from that night on the farm on the 4th of July 6 years ago that we shared something special, and you are meant to be my soulmate, the person I've waited my whole entire life to find.
I promise to always try to be your positive light. One of your most redeeming qualities is that you have one of the biggest and kindest hearts I've ever seen when it comes to supporting your friends and family. But sometimes you don't always show that same kindness to yourself. I promise to always celebrate with you during the good times and to pick you up when you're feeling down. You are the most smart, beautiful, and loving person I know, and I promise to remind you of that every day.
I promise to be the best soccer mom I can be, and together raise a household of tiny soccer athletes. I'm not sure if a lifetime is long enough to return all that you've given me, but I promise to spend the rest of my days devoted to us and to our future. I love you so much.
Brooke, you are my best friend and love of my life. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. We have so much to look forward to, and there's no one else I'd rather do it with. I love you.
All my love is yours. 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 All my love is yours.
Can I turn around? Oh my God, V. You're beautiful. I love it.
One of my favorite memories of Brooke, she was about 3 years old, and she was blowing bubbles off the porch of our backyard. And as she was blowing the bubbles, I ran around and tried to pop every one of them before they hit the ground. She looked at me and she said, "Oh, Daddy, you so funny." I was the apple of her eye, the most important man in her world. There's nothing better than hearing your daughter call you Daddy. Brooke, watching you grow up from that 3-year-old on the porch blowing bubbles to my defensive midfielder as I coached you all those years in soccer, to the nurse and now the wife that you've become, we could not be more proud. Andrew, I cannot be more confident in passing the baton to you. You are now officially the most important man in my little girl's life, and I could not be happier. May God bless Brooke and Andrew today and all the rest of the days of their lives. To Brooke and Andrew.
And now finally, it is my joyful responsibility and privilege to officially acknowledge your union as a husband and wife. I present for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Brooke and Andrew Howard.